Hey, this is T. Scott, founder of Sisu Vida, and in this video, we're going to dive into one of the most powerful methods in the Sisu Vida system, identity shifting. As a reminder, if you haven't already, I highly recommend watching the videos, What is Mind Shifting and the Problem Shifting Guide. These will give you a solid understanding of the overall system and how the methods work together to create the roadmap for transformation. Now, we went through this pyramid chart in the What is Mind Shifting video, but it's worth a reminder here since identity is where we really set ourselves apart from the other methods. Since I'm not going deep here, it's also why you want to be sure you've watched that video. As a reminder, identity shifting is about addressing the root identity that keeps you stuck, while other systems like affirmations, self-hypnosis, or even the fake it till you make it approach try to overlay positivity onto your current self in an attempt to change your actions or thoughts and beliefs. Those methods only provide temporary results because they're putting a band-aid over the real issue, your stuck identity that you don't even know exists yet. Of course, that's why we do this work. Think of it this way. Affirmations are like putting a positivity patch over an underlying identity. Once you stop the affirmations, the effect wears off. Mind shifting, on the other hand, works differently. We're not trying to be something we're not. Instead, identity shifting helps you access a part of yourself that already exists but feels out of reach. For example, if you're stuck in the identity of being a shy person, it's almost impossible to access your confident self. Or if you're stuck in the identity of being a low energy person, accessing your vibrant, energetic self can feel out of reach. This method allows you to dissolve the stuck identity holding you back so you can naturally step into the version of yourself that aligns with your goals. It's not about forcing change, it's about releasing what's blocking you. Identity shifting is best used after you've done at least one problem shifting session, but ideally 4 or 5 sessions. Problem shifting helps you build the foundation for deeper work, making the other methods like identity shifting easier and more effective. This isn't a method you'll use every day, but it's incredibly powerful when you need to access a more elevated version of yourself. For example, you might use identity shifting when you want to, number 1, step into the identity of a confident person for a presentation or an event. 2, be an outgoing, positive individual in a social setting. Number 3, show up as the happy, energetic version of yourself for family, friends, or work. And number 4, be a strong person when going to the gym. Of course, this is just a few examples. You can also use identity shifting when dealing with problems that feel tied to a stuck identity. For example, if you're always second-guessing yourself, you might be stuck in the identity of someone who lacks confidence. And if you're constantly procrastinating, you might be stuck in the identity that feels overwhelmed or unmotivated. Unlike problem shifting, which focuses on clearing a specific issue, identity shifting helps you uncover and release the root identity causing recurring challenges. This is where Sisu Vida excels and why it succeeds where other methods fail. Now, to set yourself up for success prior to and during the session, here are a few key tips. Number 1, create a quiet space. Reserve at least 10 to 30 minutes for your session. While most identity shifting sessions last about 22 minutes, having extra time ensures you won't feel rushed. Number 2, bring focus and optimism. Approach your session with an open mind. Even if skepticism or lack of focus is an issue, those are things we can address during the session itself. Number 3, be prepared to describe your problem briefly. Just like in problem shifting, you'll need to describe the issue you're working on in a few words or a short sentence. Write it down or memorize it ahead of time to save time. Number 4, respond instinctively. When asked questions during the session, respond with the first thing that pops into your mind. Don't overthink. It's about accessing your subconscious. And number 5, take a guess if needed. If you're unsure of an answer, guessing helps bring subconscious material to the surface. If you've watched the other guides, you've already learned about problem shifting. Here's how identity shifting is different. In problem shifting, we focus on clearing one specific problem until it's gone, deliberately keeping the problem the same. In identity shifting, we go deeper to uncover the stuck identity at the root of recurring problems. For example, if problem shifting hasn't fully resolved an issue, it may be because the problem is tied to an identity that's no longer serving you. This method helps you dissolve that stuck identity and access the version of yourself you need to achieve your goals. Identity shifting is one of the most transformative tools in the Sisu Vida system. It's not about becoming someone you're not. It's about discovering the powerful, confident, and aligned version of yourself that already exists. If you haven't already, Be sure to watch the foundational videos, What is Mind Shifting, and the Problem Shifting Guide. These will help you better understand the overall process and fast track your results. And remember, this isn't a method you'll use all the time, but when you need to access a more elevated version of yourself, identity shifting will get you there. Now it's time to step into the best version of yourself. Let's get started.